Hey, it is the 7th of November 2025, and this is the 8th episode of my Southward Progress Report series. In this episode, I'll be covering the changes that I made in October. Um, so where do we begin? Well, there's actually not that many changes this episode either. I added a brand new enemy, the Poisoned Demon. Um, yeah, Loki. That's kind of it, to be honest. They've got some sick attacks like a Makuhedal, Makuhedal. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's like an Aztec sword. I'll put a photo of it up on screen. But yeah, the poison demons are inspired by like Aztec um, sort of culture a little bit. Without getting into the lore of the game, because I feel like I haven't spoken about anything lore related in this series. So I'm not going to start now. You can get your lore later. But yeah, so added poison demons as a new enemy. Oh, I changed the way that the stats screen works, and it probably needs a few more changes because it gets a bit messy, like here. Um, but yeah, I basically changed the lists of moves and limbs from like drop-down menus to like lists that appear, and you can see them the whole time, so you don't need to change the drop-down menu. And that works really well for players if I just make a player here. So I've just created this character here called Tim, go into stats, and here I think this looks much more clean than it looked previously. So we've got their statistics up in this corner, health, stamina, mana, equip load. This person's a bit overweight now, well whatever. Movement speed reduced because overweight. Leveling stats, which are all set to 0. Damage and resistance down here. So you've got your list of weapons, so long sword, medium shield, and short bow, and then you've got your list of limbs. I should probably make those bold, but I can do that this month, and then you'll see that in the next episode, I'm sure. But yeah, you can also click on the limbs to view their different stats. So if I click on body, you can see uh, the piercing multiplier is 0.75. If I click on head, the piercing multiplier is 0.94, so the head takes more piercing damage than the body, which yeah, is working as intended. What else? Oh yeah, so basically I gave all of the demon enemies more defensive options, because I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the last episode where I made it so that AoE damage can be defended against. So the chill demon, I basically gave all of them like the ability to guard. So before they only had the chill demon specifically only had deflect, and I was like, oh, they should be able to guard and not always just deflect. Same with fire demon, which only had the heat wave as a defensive option. Now they can guard with their arms. Poison demon has the most block with shield, guard with Muckle Heedle, and guard with arms. Smoke Demon can guard with arm or do a whip crack deflection. The idea is that they like crack their whip on your incoming weapon and deflect it away. It looks pretty sick. Static Demon only has guard with arm, and I believe Wet Demon also only has guard with arm. Yeah. Um. So I added more defensive moves. I added a new enemy, the Poison Demon, and I switched up the stat screen. So is that really all the changes that I've made? In the program, yes, but outside of the specific like project file, like Unity project file, I've been doing myself and my brother have been like really focusing on trying to get map, like world composition, map design, if that makes sense. And so he in Blender is making a 3D model of what we want the game world to look like. And then I um, re-downloaded World Painter, which is an add-on for Minecraft that lets you like make height maps for worlds and do all other stuff for Minecraft worlds. And I re-downloaded that because I'm like, oh yeah, I could put the map for Southward into Minecraft, and like walk around and see what it would look like and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I've been doing less work on the actual Unity project file, and I've been doing more work um, in yeah, sort of game design stuff outside of the like actual adding stuff to the project. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go over the things that I want to do this month, the month of November. Also, it was my birthday on the 4th of November. Just thought I should let you know that. Um, I didn't do any Southward work on my birthday because I was celebrating my birthday on my birthday. I would like to get more art into the game. I'm just looking at my to-do document and there's, oh, I guess the big one is still limbs. I still need to give limbs functionality, don't I? I've been putting that off heaps. Yeah, giving limbs functionality is going to be annoying. Maybe it won't be annoying, but I get the feeling that it will be. Because the things that I want limbs to do in the game is that I want it to be like if you know, cut off a limb or cripple a limb. You can cripple a limb or you can cut off a limb. Crippling a limb means that it can be healed back up and they can get access to the limb again. Dismembering a limb means that it's gone forever, so they can't heal it back to get functionality back. But yeah, you know, if arms are gone, then you know, you won't be able to do things with your arms. If your legs are gone, you won't be able to stand up. You'll be locked into the prone position. If your head is gone, you die instantly. And then, you know, enemies have their own special limbs, like some enemies have tails, and if you cut the tail off, they lose an attack that required their tail to do, you know, and just stuff like that. So that's the stuff that I want limbs to do in the game. I just need to actually program that, and holy shit, bro, it sounds like it's going to be annoying. But, you know, I have to try, because that's the game I'm trying to make. Alright. I think I've covered everything. I covered the changes I made, I covered the changes I want to make, and I talked about stuff I was doing outside of the project, but still related to the project. Hopefully, if I get that Minecraft world finished, I'll show you guys around. That would be pretty cool. Just have a showcase of Southwood in the Southwood map in Minecraft. But I have to make it first, and that's the hard part. So, anyway, I that's going to be the end of this episode. I feel like this is a shorter one, because I just didn't have that many things to show off, but oh well. Yeah, I'll see you next month.